Hey Wizarding World, Anna and Mortentia here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you enjoy this video. Please hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more magical content. Thanks for watching! Today, I decided to take you all on an adventure through magical sweets with me. This is Honeydukes, the sweet shop located in Hogsmeade. An excerpt from The Prisoner of Azkaban reads, "There were shelves upon shelves of the most succulent-looking sweets imaginable. Creamy chunks of nougat, shimmering pink squares of coconut ice, fat, honey-colored toffees, hundreds of different kinds of chocolate in neat rows. There was a large barrel of every flavor beans, and another of fizzing whizbees. The levitating sherbet balls that Ron had mentioned. Along yet another wall were special effects sweets. Drooble's best blowing gums, which filled a room with bluebell-colored bubbles that refused to pop for days. The strange, splintery, tooth-flossing string mints. Tiny black pepper imps, breathe fire for your friends. Ice mice, hear your teeth chatter and squeak. Peppermint cream shaped like toads, hop realistically in the stomach. Fragile, sugar-spun quills and exploding bonbons." The decorations around Hogsmeade are always top-notch. However, the window displays in Honeydukes are absolutely fascinating to look at. There are even a couple of interactive windows that you can cast spells with your interactive wand that we covered in a previous video. When Hogsmeade originally opened at the Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, this shop that contains Honeydukes used to be divided into two, and the first half was Zonko's joke shop, and the second half was Honeydukes' sweet shop. Once the Weasley's Wizard Wheeze shop opened over in Diagon Alley, Zonko's was shut down, and all of the joke items are now sold over there. And Honeydukes expanded and now takes up the entire interior of this building. However, the outside is still decorated to be half of Zonko's and half of Honeydukes. Inside Honeydukes are every kind of sweet imaginable. Of course, there are sherbet lemons, Professor Dumbledore's favorites, along with lots of other hard types of candies. There are Bertie Bott's every flavor beans, chocolate frogs, there's saltwater taffy, which is delicious. I brought it home for my family when I had my very first trip to the Wizarding World when it opened in 2010. There are pepper imps, there is coconut ice, there are exploding bonbons, fizzing whizbees, fudge flies, peppermint toads, chocolate wands, cauldron cakes, to tongue toffee. There is just everything, and there is some kind of option for every person, no matter what you like or don't like. There's even a candy dispensing wall that has lots of traditional sweets, such as gummy worms and anything you could imagine that you can get a bag and you fill it with whatever you like, and then it gets weighed and you pay for it according to the weight when you check out. Just like outside in the windows, inside are these incredible displays of candy, some of which you can buy, some of which are fake, such as these ice cream cone type things. Whether you're going to purchase something or not, it is definitely worth coming inside to take a look at all of the decorations and all the different types of candies, because everything is amazing to look at. One new thing I noticed in the store that I have not seen before was the Felix Felicis, which is the luck potion that is brewed that Harry wins from Professor Slughorn during Half-Blood Prince. It is like the love potion, it's a liquid luck, so it's some kind of sweet-tasting liquid. I did not buy one to try it, however, I will probably be doing so in the future. I have not personally tried the exploding bonbons, but I sent some home to my dad for his birthday one year, and apparently they have pop rocks in them, and it kind of pops in your mouth when you eat them. The chocolate wands come in both milk chocolate and dark chocolate, which makes me very happy. I love all chocolate, however, dark chocolate is definitely my favorite. Now, Honeydukes and Sugarplums, which is the sweet shop over in Diagon, have their own chocolate bars that you can buy, but they're always milk chocolate and it always makes me sad. The chocolate frogs as well are solid milk chocolate, and while they're delicious, I personally would really like if there was a dark chocolate option, just because I like that extra little bit of richness and a little bit more bitter than just in-your-face milk chocolate. Near the checkout counter, there is a beautiful display of all different kinds of handmade treats that you can get. These include all of the different fudge flavors, which there is a butterbeer fudge. I have not tried it, I've heard it's really good. And there are cauldron cakes and no melt ice cream, which is not actually ice cream, and caramel apples, and all of these delicious looking treats. If you like drinking hot chocolate, a fun fact I have learned is if you buy the peppermint toads, you can put them in your hot chocolate. They melt and they add a wonderful taste of peppermint to your drink.
So, my name is Isaiah from Honeydukes. This right here is actually my favorite candy. So this right here is going to be called Choco Chocs. Now with the Choco Chocs is dark chocolate with a lot of chili powder in it. And one of the good facts about this is over in Diagon Alley, they actually have an ice cream store. This right here, they actually have an ice cream flavor. So if you mix it with the salted caramel ice cream, this right here is every flavor beans from the Birdie Box. So they have 10 good flavors and 10 bad flavors. So the one thing I do like about this too, let's say if you get some bad flavors, they do actually have soap flavor, so you can actually put it in your mouth and then wash off all of the bad flavors away too as well. Now, if you wanted to use it for cooking, they do actually have pepper flavor too as well, so you do a little bit of spice too, so it's pretty good.
Taking Isaiah's advice, I decided to head over to Diagon Alley to Florean Fortescue's ice cream parlor, and I decided to try the chocolate chili ice cream. Florean Fortescue's makes an appearance a couple times in the books. It's obviously in Diagon Alley, and when Harry first went with Hagrid in Book 1, Hagrid buys him a large ice cream, chocolate and raspberry flavored with chopped nuts, which is a delicious flavor that actually exists. Later in Prisoner of Azkaban, when Sirius Black is apparently after him, and he runs away and stays in the Leaky Cauldron, Florean Fortescue has him over almost every single day, where he got to eat all of the ice cream he wanted, free of charge. The peanut butter and strawberry ice cream was introduced in that book, I believe, and it was a flavor that was actually created when the Wizarding World opened in 2010, and you can get it. You can get it here, and you can get it in a cup over in the Three Broomsticks in Hogsmeade. In the store, they have both hard-packed ice cream that you get scoops of, and they also have soft serve. All of the flavors are incredible, and this is my favorite ice cream in all of Universal Orlando.
I got is the chocolate chili and the chocolate raspberry. So I've never had the chocolate chili before. We are gonna see how it is. I think my spoon mostly has chocolate and raspberry on it. Yep. This bottom scoop underneath looks like the chocolate chili. I'm just tasting chocolate. I'm not getting any chili.
Lastly, I headed over to Sugarplum's sweet shop, which is the shop that exists in Diagon Alley. Now, it is never mentioned in the books, however, it makes brief appearances in some of the films and in the Lego Harry Potter games. Now, when Diagon Alley opened at Universal Studios, this shop actually did not exist yet. It was Shutterbutton's photography studio where you can create actual moving portraits and be put into like a Harry Potter photo album, and your portraits move, and they do cute little green screen videos with you. I've actually done it with my friend Tim, who came to visit one time. He was on my Quidditch team in college. Shutterbutton's has been relocated over next to Madame Malkin's, where they originally had waiting room for when the park first opened and the shops were so busy and so crowded that it made overflow space. But since the parks have calmed down a little bit, the Shutterbutton studio has been relocated and the sweet shop was created in this space. Most of the sweets sold in Sugarplums are exactly the same as Honeydukes. There are a few slight differences that I noticed. I did not see any of the ginger snaps sold at Honeydukes, but I did spy them here. I've never had them before, and if anyone has, please let me know how they are, because they sound really good. Also, some of the packaging is different on common items such as the saltwater taffy and the chocolate bars. They are packaged to look like they come straight from Sugarplums rather than Honeydukes. Now, the generic type of candies, such as if you have a Hershey bar can be found in almost every candy store in the Muggle world. Now, Peppermint Toads and Chocolate Frogs and Bertie Bott's Every Favorite Beans are similar to having a Hershey bar or a Snicker. You're going to find those everywhere. But Sugarplums has their own chocolate bar and their own saltwater taffy, and Honeydukes has their own of the same things. Sugarplums also has their own little array of handmade sweets that you can get, such as the fudge and the caramel apples, cauldron cakes, pumpkin pasties. They are all almost exactly the same as Honeydukes, and I really need to just go and have a day where I buy everything and try it. Sugarplums is a much smaller shop than Honeydukes. It's probably smaller than Honeydukes' original size back when Zonko still existed next to it. It was honestly very difficult to film in here. It is spring break currently, and everyone is here, and it was super crowded, and it was such a challenge to maneuver around all the displays to be able to get everything and not walk in front of people, and it was a challenge. So I'm actually really proud of how nice everything turned out, considering there were times where I had to slightly pause to let people pass or to get around people. I hope you enjoyed my tours of all of the sweets around the Wizarding World. If you have a favorite candy or ice cream, please share it down below and let me know what you really, really like. I would love to hear your opinions. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more magical content. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye!